Hi there, this is Lynn Allen. Welcome to another AutoCAD tip courtesy of Cadalyst magazine. So the last few weeks we've been talking about arrays because those have been dramatically improved inside of AutoCAD. Well, we're going to finish it off by talking about the polar array. All right, so we'll have a complete set. So if you have AutoCAD 2012 or higher, you notice hopefully that the polar array is way more awesome than it used to be. So let me show you how easy it is to work with it. So I happen to have a stadium in front of me. It's missing chairs. We need to add chairs to the stadium. It's in 3D, but it doesn't matter. This is going to work the same in 2D. 3D is just a little bit more fun, right? And here I have a poor, lonely, solitary little chair begging for more chairs. So we're going to help it out. We're going to go into the polar array command, right? What do I want to array? That would be this little chair, right? And then it's going to ask me for the center point of the array. So let me zoom out a little bit. So I'm going to do the center of object snap just so you can kind of see very clearly it's the center of that big arc, right? That we want all the chairs to rotate around that particular center. Okay, all right. So now if you have AutoCAD 2013, you will notice that AutoCAD 2013 wants to do 6 chairs, 360-degree angles. All right, so now I have chairs not in the stadium. I have some in the aquarium or the water because there's actually water. This is actually from a drawing that has to do with a water park. So that's not going to work. No problem. This is where the ribbon comes really in handy. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say, you know what, I really want, I think about 100 chairs. Okay, that's better. Still in the water. I want them to only fill, I'm just going to say like 125 degrees. We'll work on that. But now you'll see at least all the chairs are in the stadium. That's a good start. All right, let's zoom up. There's some pretty cool grips that I like to work with on my polar arrays. All right, so let's take a look. I can grab this grip right here and I can control the spacing between the chairs, right? In fact, if I go too far, you'll see the chairs start to go all the way around again. Okay, we're just going to leave it something like that. And you'll also see that there is another grip all the way at the other end. Kind of see that grip? And if I pick that, I can control just exactly how far or how big the angle is that those chairs fill up. All right, I'm greedy. I want to make lots of money, so I need lots of chairs. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it almost all the way to the end. All right, we have a little bit of an aisle left over. No aisles in the middle. Hopefully nobody needs to get up for any reason. All right, so what else can I do? Well, first of all, I want to show you that all of these chairs are facing the center. They're rotating as they move around. If you turn the rotate items off, you'll see that all of the chairs are going the exact same direction and yet still being copied around in the array. So that's not what we want. By the time you get over here, you're going to have a pretty bad seat, right? So let's turn rotate items back on. And I also want to have chairs that go all the way back, right? So I want 11 rows. So the rows in the back, not seen so well, are they? It's because they went straight back. What I need them to do is I need them to increment up a little bit as they're copied back. Okay, we'll do that in just a second. I'll show you how to do that. But before we go too far, for those of you who really are into 3D, you'll also see that I can add in levels. So now I have chairs right on top of each other, which pretty much feels like the last flight that I was on. So those seats would be very rough, but I'd make a lot of money because I'd have lots of seats. So let's put them back to one level. All right, how do we increment them? Easy. If you drop down, this nice little drop down over here under rows, you'll see the top secret increment option, increment elevation. Now I happen to know it's 0.18. I like to think you might know the rides of the stairs, but if not, you could also visually show it, that distance, right? You'll see that looks pretty good, looks pretty darn good, doesn't it? All right, if you take a look at that. Wonderful. Now, if you look at these chairs in the back, they're not quite in the exact right location. Look, this guy's messed up. That's because we didn't really give it a base point and give it a reference point and get it to stick in the right place. So that's the very last thing I'm going to do today. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add in a base point to the original chair. And the base point is going to be the midpoint right about here at the very base of that chair. And now I have some grips that are also referencing that base point. So let me just make sure. I'm going to move this chair so it's in just the right location. You can use grips. I'm going to be a little lazy today. You're going to want to use those snaps though, right? Okay, because you're going to be more accurate. But you can see much, much better. All the chairs in the right locations. Easy, easy to work with. And now I'm going to make lots of money because there's lots of chairs and no aisles. only on the sides. So look how easy it is to use the polar array. I hope you give it a try. I hope you enjoyed this tip, and I hope to see you back here in 2 weeks. Have a great rest of the week.